Been a while since I did a video on my truck, y'all. I'm just getting ready to go to work this morning. Beautiful Sunday morning, 82 degrees. Got rain coming in, nice change. It'd be a great time to be getting ready to do some fishing. Fishing ain't been happening, so I'm gonna tell you why and talk about that. And it's all good. It's just I'd like to be fishing a little bit more. I'll be right back. It is pretty simple, and not fishing is still on me. I've got work. I've got to keep my chores caught up. My restaurant business only open 3 days a week. That means we're there 5. Plus this bait building thing has been taking some time. It's all good. Orders are coming in, and a few orders anyway, and I'm not pushing it real hard. It'll all happen when it's supposed to happen, I think. What I've done is about 3 weeks ago I broke my boat. Now, what you need to understand is that motor, the Optimax we put on that boat back in June, was not a complete rebuild. It was a refresh. The motor didn't have a lot of hours on it. Did a bunch of checking. Did all the compression checks, leak downs, made everything good. Freshened up the top end a little bit. But one thing you just never know, other than a visual inspection, sometimes you don't know about parts that are fatigued. And what happened is I broke a reed. I sucked a reed into the motor. Now, reeds it's what makes a 2-stroke motor work. It's a metal tab, and I'll try to show a picture of it here. And they set in blocks, reed blocks, and this thing was probably broke down inside the block because Chase looked it over real close. Something you couldn't read, and truthfully thinking about it, maybe we should put new reeds in it. I have not had problems with them breaking, but Chase has said they've seen more and more of the older motors having reed issues. So anyway, it broke. But what it did, and it didn't trash the motor, and it could have. Rarely do they completely destroy a motor, but I've seen it happen. What happened was it scored a cylinder. And my wife and I was out there 3 weeks ago on Truman Lake, did that catfishing deal we went and did. I lost power getting off a trailer, and I didn't have a good hole shot. Put it on plane 3 times for a couple miles total, and the hole shot was like 8 seconds. And so I took it in, so guys, I thought it was an air issue. They did too. But anyway, it took some searching. Chase finally gets into a compression leak down. Leak down is 41% on number 5 cylinder. So that's what happens when you scratch this, and you couldn't hardly find it. But a scratch like that's all it took. And luckily I didn't keep trying to run it, which is probably less than itself, and do more damage. So that's where we're at. So I took the power head to the machine shop a couple weeks ago, had the man clean it up for me or re-sleeve it. I told him to do whatever was best, whatever he thought would work best for him and for me. Just money, it'll be done right. One thing we're going to do is we're going to replace the whole reed part of the motor, the reed blocks, with Boysen fiber reeds. Now, probably not necessary. The chance of it breaking another metal reed, you got to replace no matter what, but the metal reeds, well, I'm sure it lasts the life of that motor for me, but we'll put the Boysens in just to be safe. The thing about them, they can break, but when they do, which is rare, they won't hurt the motor. And they're actually can give the motor more performance, which is something I could care less about. Back in the day, we put them in the motors and gain as much as 200 or 300 RPM. Not so much fuel economy, sometimes idle better, but the Optimax, it's not an issue like the old carbureted no DFI motors. I don't care about performance, I care about dependability. So we're going to do that. I have the guys look everything over again. Anything that's of an issue, we're going to make sure it's fixed. So I probably ran 25, 27 gallons of gas to that motor. Again, it's kind of on me. Chase checked them reeds out. It's just something, it's almost hard to see any fatigue. It was definitely inside the block, probably all the way down at the bolt. It wasn't visible. Now, the motor always did have a little bit of an idle flutter, I called it. And I didn't think it was major. It may have been that reed. It would have been hard to diagnose. Optimaxes idle so well. This one always had a little bit of a stutter, a flutter, and I did never think it was a reed. A lot of times the reed starts to go, the motor starts lean sneezing and making all kinds of weird noises that way. The power was always there, whole shot was there. So anyway, it is what it is. I've got a boat that's down for a few more days, probably another couple weeks, truthfully. Those guys got work to do besides on my boat. Not a big deal. I may fish this week. I got work to do. I got baits to make. Check out my bait building link in the description if you want to look at some baits I make. I think I make some cool stuff, some stuff other people don't make. Neat colors, whatever. I custom do this bait building thing. You don't go on my website and click on what you want. You have to let me know. I know it's a little bit inconvenient for folks, but it is truly custom bait making. Also, check out my solar bat link in the description, y'all. They got a good sale going on right now. Super glasses, 30% off sale. You get a free pair of safety glasses every $98 you spend. And if you use my promo code, you get free shipping. So it's all in the description, below, whatever. I got to go to work. I had to make a little loop-de-doo and come back because I forgot something, because that's just the way I live my life anymore. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. May do some fishing this week. May have to take kayak out. Oh, yeah.